Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and in this video I'll be giving you my thoughts and feelings for day 3 of the Ebor festival. It was a little bit better today in the fact that we did have a winner with an Abel. That wasn't a hard one to work out, obviously, because she is a superstar and she ran a really good race in the end on what looks like to be a final start in Britain. It was very emotional, obviously, with Frankie Dettori. He absolutely loves the horse, and it's been definitely a really good horse for him in his career, maybe one of the best he's ever ridden. So it's going to be sad to see an Abel go off these shores, but hopefully she can do the business in the Arc, which is only a couple of months away now. So it'd be interesting to see how she gets on over there for a third bid in the race. Also, as well, away from that, we had a couple of okay runners. Firmament got the each way money for us, and then the one that I was probably the most confident about going very close was Agincourt in the last race. Just got undone by 66 to 1 shot in the final stages. How unlucky could you be? This filly ran a very good race. She was up there with the pace and she stayed on really strongly, but in the end just got worn down. But still, in the end, at 14 to 1, that wasn't a bad each way shout. So not too bad today, a little bit better than day 1, but still nothing really to write home about. But hopefully it can be improved on tomorrow. And it all starts in the 155 for the 6th race card. And I'm going with a horse here called Indianapolis. Now this horse is 12 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, which I think is a fair each way price. Trained by James Given and Paul Mulrennan is but for the ride. Now this horse back in the day used to be with Aidan O'Brien, but since going to James Given stables, ran some nice races, finished 6th here in the Ebor trial handicap at the Dante Festival, where he ran really strongly towards the end of the closing stages in the race. And then he went to air this horse, and he was very disappointing. But ever since then, he seemed to have bounced back to form. And he won in the Shergar Cup last time out when they gave him cheek pieces, and they keep the cheek pieces on tomorrow. And that definitely seemed to sharpen him up. And he can stay a little bit further than this. So I think Indianapolis tomorrow will be coming with a late run. Hopefully, it's enough for him to get involved. But I think he's a good opening bet to start things off tomorrow, and that's why he's going to be our selection in the first race. We then go to the 225 for the Lonsdale Cup. Obviously, it's a rematch here between Stradivarius and Dee Ex Bee. Obviously, Stradivarius will be very hard to beat. But I just wonder maybe if this is Dee Ex Bee's day and maybe does represent some value at 7 to 2, maybe as a dirty each way bet. Trained by Mark Johnston and Sylvester de Souza's but for the ride. Now, York hasn't probably been Stradivarius's most favourite track. Obviously, he has won there in his career so far, winning this race last year to complete the Stayers Million, but he looked very tired, and that race last year wasn't very strong. Also, as well, he was nearly beaten in his opening race this season by Southern France here. Okay, that was probably over slightly shorter, and he needed the run on the day too. So you can make excuses why maybe he hasn't been at his best at York. But I think the Ex Bee tomorrow, in this small field, that may be able to suit him. And if he gets an easy lead and can go to the front, might be able to dictate things under Sylvester de Souza. So it's going to be an interesting race tomorrow. But I just think the value is with the Ex Bee. But it wouldn't at all surprise me. Obviously, if Stradivarius could win the race. We then go to the 3 o'clock with the Gimcrack Stakes, and I thought Abstemious could go quite well here. 14 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Kevin Ryan and Jamie Spencer's but for the ride, who's ridden him on his last start to win by 5 lengths over the course and distance at York. It looks like this horse has been targeted for the race. Now, there's quite a few nice contenders in here, especially with Fret, but I just wonder, does he have the wheel to win a race? And that's something that I often like to look at. Can a horse, maybe that's finished second, does it have enough ability to win, and does it have the attitude to win? I think Fret ticks the box for ability, but I don't know if he's got the attitude. And Abstemious looks like the type of improver that could do well in this race. Trained by Kevin Ryan as well, who's got a very good record in this race, won it quite a few times over the years. And this horse has definitely been probably laid out for it. Like I said, on debut as well, he ran a nice race behind Oh Purple Rain when he was a little bit keen that day. And I wonder if maybe we could see maybe like a Mum's Tipple here tomorrow, who was an emphatic winner today. I'm not saying it would be in the same league or class as that performance, winning by a double digit length. But this horse likes to go from the front, and horses that go from the front at York, especially in the 2-year-old races, can go very well. So for me, I think that's definitely a fair each way price tomorrow, and that's why I'm going to be taking it. We then go to the 335 for the Nunthorpe, the feature race of the day. And Mabs Cross has to be the play here. Now is the favourable price of 5-1. She was 4-1 earlier in the week, but I think 5-1 is a fair, again, dirty each way bet. Trained by Michael Dodds, who's got a very good record in the race. Gerald Mosse is replacing Paul Mulrennan, which is a bit of a noteworthy jockey booking there. Now, this horse finished second in this race last year, and I was on her. You might remember if you've been following my work. We put her up at 14-1, and she just got denied in the photo finish, and she's been laid out for this race again, and she comes better at this time of the year as well, so that's definitely a plus there. There's plenty of pace all around her, and she'll be coming into the race off a strong pace, which she likes to do, and she'll be delivered late, and I think she might just have enough to get there on the line. So for me, I think she's got a couple of things in her favour tomorrow, and for me, I think, like I said, she's got to make the frame. We go to the 4:15 next, a very difficult race to work out, but I thought Fox Duty 3 could go well here. 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Andrew Bolden. Sylvester de Souza, the retained rider for the King Power Group, is booked for the ride. Finished third at Newbury on his first ever start when he was backed into favouritism at 5-2. And he ran on really well in the end, considering he blew the start. Going up in trip should help him as well. He's related to horses that got further than 6 furlongs, so he looks like he could be a nice horse going forward by Kingman as well. He's a good stallion to be related to, and his progeny seem like they tend to prove for the run in the early days of his stallion career. So for me, Fox Duty 3 at 4-1 tomorrow could be the one that picks up the pieces here. We then go to the 4:50, and I thought Hull Still could go well in this race. 20-1 with bookmakers at the moment. Quite a big outsider, trained by William Muir, and Faye McManaman has been booked for the ride, claiming a handy £5 off the horse's back, which means this horse is going to be carrying an absolute featherweight. Finished second at Windsor last time out in what seems to be not a bad race. This horse also as well likes to be delivered off the pace, is a hold-up merchant, but there should be quite a lot of pace on in the race tomorrow. And I just wonder as well, maybe some of the horses at the top of the betting about their temperament. Some of them look like they might be a bit of a head case, and York as well is a track where that can happen to quite a few horses. So for me, Hold Still at 21 might be a bit of each way appeal there. So they're the selections for day 3 of the Ebor Festival at York. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button for more videos here on my YouTube channel at LuckyLoaders15. You can also follow me on Twitter as well for more links to my work using my handle at LuckyLoaders15 on Twitter. And that's all I got to say, so please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and I'll be seeing you soon.